Hi, this is Janet from Try It Like It Create It, and today I am going to be unboxing this iSteady Multi. And so what we're looking at here is what's called a gimbal, and it's for video recording. You can use either your GoPro or your camera with the iSteady, and it's a handle that you hold on to. I guess the best way to explain it is it's a handle that you hold on to that, so when in motion, if you're walking at a trade show, doing a sport, whatever, when you're walking, it steadies your camera view. So let me grab my knife here and we'll just do a little unboxing and I'll show you how this works. And I have worked with a gimbal before in the past, and I really enjoy working with it. In fact, the other gimbal I have worked with was the same company. I think you pronounce this Hohem, but I'm not sure. It's H-O-H-E-M, and you can find this. This one happens to be, they have a couple of different ones. This one happens to be called the iSteady Multi. And so as you open up the box, what you find is this really nice black traveling case that you can take with you. So it has a zipper that goes around a major part of the case, a little bit more than 3/4 of it. It has the logo kind of stamped into the top surface. And then as you open up the case, this is what's included. So you have your guide that tells you how everything works. Now, once you get this, you do have to add the software onto your phone so that it works with your gimbal. And so you can see here what's included is we have a bracket here, and this is an expanding bracket. And so if I just pull on it, you can see it'll grab whatever device you decide to put in there, and this is, it feels like sturdy metal. So we have a couple of cords here. We have this cord and then a USB cord. So this one I believe goes to your camera, and this one goes to your computer or a USB for charging. It also comes with a little tripod piece here. It looks like it also has an Allen wrench tucked inside here. So we'll see what we need that for. So here's the tripod stand, and I have to tell you, I have looked at other gimbals and I have looked to see what I was interested in, and I actually liked the one that comes with the tripod, because not only can I then stand my gimbal up and just use it as a tripod, which I have done when I've been at like conferences and so forth, and I needed to record in my room and I didn't want to bring all my equipment using my gimbal. I could just use it as the tripod. So that works. The other thing I have used it for is I've left it attached to my gimbal, and then when I go to line everything up and set everything, I can just set it down on a flat surface and let it do its adjusting, and I'll be able to show that to you here in a little bit. So then we have here, let's see if I can get this out. I have a feeling that this is another form of a mount, depending on what device you're going to use, but we'll take a look and see what it says these are for. My other gimbal does not have that. So then here we are looking at the gimbal itself. Okay, so you have this handheld part here, and I'm going to remove the plastic labeling from the front so you can see. And then it also has these indicator lights on the side here. Let me see. There we go. It can tell you how well your gimbal is charged and whether it's on or not. And then you have a button on the back. Okay. You have your output here for charging and connecting. We have this side piece right here, and I'm assuming that's what these guys go into, because I'm not familiar with using this part of it, but we'll take a look at the book and see what it says. And then this part up here is your gimbal itself. And so you can see here we have some measurements on here. On the side here we've got 1 to 3, so this goes up and down, and then you have a locking mechanism on the side here. And then we also have this device here that you could attach your camera to, or you could attach this device for your phone, I believe is how that will work. But we'll give it a look in the manual and make sure that I'm using everything correctly. But I'm assuming that, yeah, this goes on here to hold your phone, and that's obviously now what these little guys are for. So let me go ahead and connect here, because what I would be using this for mostly will be my phone. And then the last thing you just need to do is to balance everything before you go. So that is not a difficult task to do, and I am obviously doing this wrong. So let me take a look at the instructions, and I will be back with you in just a second. Okay, I am back, and I was pretty darn close to what we needed to do there, but I want to show you this plate right here actually comes off, and you do that by twisting this fly nut here, and then you're going to push this lever in so that the piece can come all the way off, and you can see that that slides a locking mechanism into place. So I'm going to set my gimbal down. I am going to take the camera part and attach it here to the plate, which is what I thought needed to happen. And let's see if these are different sizes, if that makes sense. So I'm having a little bit of difficulty with these going through the plate, but I guess they will. Okay, yeah, they will. That's for sure. You just have to screw it through to get it in there, and then it'll move around on you. Alright, so there's that. And then I'm going to take this piece here and attach it. Alright, and this is for a phone mount, which is how I would use the gimbal because I do not have a GoPro. So I'm going to just center this closely here because I don't really know where I'm going to need it for my phone, and then that lays flat, and then you can place this back onto the gimbal. And from what I see is you want the opening for the phone piece to face the back side of the gimbal or away from you. So I'm going to push the lever in to unlock it. I'm going to slide that into place. Now it is loose. It will not fall out because of that locking mechanism, but it is loose here until you tighten that down. Okay? So once you've tightened that down, and then you go to turn, you can see that we're not balanced yet here. And then you put your phone in this place right here, and then once you are ready to balance, then it will turn on you and balance out for you correctly. Okay, so let's take a look at the front of the guide here. So you've got a button here that slides up and down, left and right, and what that will do is it will adjust your gimbal around for you, so the phone itself or your camera will go up and down for you when you want to focus. Now you have a couple of different settings here that you can use when you push the button, and then this of course is your on and off button, and then here once you sync it to your device, you've got the ability to zoom in and out. Okay, so let's just turn this on. So I'm holding it for a few seconds, and you can see that the gimbal is starting to move, and it's trying to balance everything out for me, which it's not going to work perfectly because I don't have my camera on there, but you can see, and it has a lot of different locking mechanisms. So I have one here, this red one, that I can adjust that up and down. It's getting a little mad at me because I'm moving things around for it, and it's trying to balance. And then there's also a screw on the back here for you to adjust as well. So you can see here, even though I don't, let me move this out of the way so that might make it easier for you to see. Even though I don't have my camera or my phone on there, if I were to move things around, it's going to, let me turn it back on again here. All right, there. So you can see it's going to try to adjust everything the way that it wants to be adjusted. Of course, without a device, it's not going to work correctly. But you can see here it's moving because I am moving the button to adjust things. And so when you want to check it and make sure that everything is horizontal, you want to be able to have it stand. Now you could stand it on its end like so, okay? And I'm kind of holding on to it, and that's working great. But let me just turn this off real quick. And we will attach the tripod onto the bottom. And then I'm going to open that up, and now you can see, hopefully, how much more sturdy that device is. And that is great for balancing, but I can also use it then for recording. So that is kind of just a quick walkthrough on how the gimbal works. Thanks for following along and watching, and I hope you really enjoy it. I really do like mine. It is not a terribly heavy device, and especially when you're going to be walking around and carrying it a lot, you don't want a very heavy device. And now don't quote me on this, but I know it's less than 10 pounds that you're carrying around. So I honestly don't remember what they said the weight was on it, but I will post that in my blog post when I do a review on there as well. Thanks for watching. This is a great device, a great company, and the price point is just phenomenal for the technology that you get. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope that this helps you to decide on whether or not you want this device. I would highly recommend it. I really enjoy working with mine. So thanks for watching.